Okay, here's something fun. These are two drawings or two renderings of the same character. One was done with charcoal, one was done with the markers. This is a demon character named Facade, and I really like him. So I'm gonna thumb out some. Uh, I'm gonna review like the body idea because I came up with this character years ago, back when I was in college. I just graduated last year. I shouldn't be talking like an old fart. Uh, but yeah, so he's this really big upper body kind of demon creature. It's kind of distorted, but at the same time, he kind of looks like he skipped leg day a lot. Don't skip leg day. Uh, but anyways, as you saw in the beginning, there was a marker version and a charcoal version, and I was so torn because the charcoal version is like really expressive. It looks kind of fiery, and the line work is a little more diverse, and just the messiness of the dust is kind of, I don't know, it gave it kind of an organic feel. So now, like in there, I'm trying to figure out like muscle layouts and how I could use some cross hatching, because I prefer working with the markers, but the markers, it's so easy to just be clean with them. And I kind of want some messiness for my monsters, especially something like this guy, who's so big, strong, and brutal looking. I wanted to figure out how to use markers and make him really expressive in his line work. So now I'm blocking in the actual drawing, and your eyes do not deceive you. That is well, it's probably like a beer thing because he's so dang big, but it's supposed to be like a teacup, because he's, well, we'll get into more details later. So while he's a demon, most of my characters, even though they're big, powerful, and kind of scary looking, usually they have some other more gentle element to them. So, anyways, back to the marker versus charcoal thing. I wanted to use markers on this drawing, but I wanted it to be like really expressive and fiery. And I'm not great with line work yet and inking and all that, but I'm trying to get better. So like the whole point of this channel as far as just keep going, just keep trying, just throw crap at the wall and see if it can get sticky. I think I screwed that up. Oops. Anyways, he's got like these. He's got like a skull and he's got no eyes, but he's got these kind of feeler things that come off of his head. He's got like huge muscular chest and deltoids, but he's got like an anorexic lower half. He's got like beefy forearms, like Popeye or some shit on there. That little thing I just drew, that was actually I haven't designed her character yet, but she's supposed to be like a human girl. Although that one's probably a little more mature, because I just wasn't in the mood to draw a kid. So these little human figures are to put this creature into scale and proportion. But like I said, this demon Facade, he's actually a real big pushover, and he loves having tea parties, because that's what the girl introduced him to. So he likes having tea parties. So I'm starting into the marker work. I'm considering getting another marker pen. I know it's really all in the way you use it, and it doesn't, like, you could do just about anything with anything. But I think maybe having a stiffer brush might help me get some more diversity in my line weight. Because I am trying, but a lot of my line weight kind of looks kind of similar. It's and I'm going in with pigment liners for some of the more detailed stuff. It's fine. Pretty sure it's Jake Parker. He's part of the reason why I decided to try and do this, because one thing that was always bothering me in college was my hands would shake. and they'd shake more when I was more nervous. And because of that, it'd screw up like my line work, and it'd make, when I was trying to draw geometric shapes, it'd make them just absolutely a mess. But I was watching some of his videos, Jake Parker, and he said how his hand shakes and how he's learned to actually use it in his work, and that was I didn't know you could use it. I didn't know that was something you could valid you could do with validity. So, anyways, here I go in. I'm using cross hatching because I figured that the cross hatching would add that kind of expressive element to help really make it less smooth and make it more kind of, I don't know if messy is the right word. Let's go with expressive. There's a lot of expression in all those lines. I don't know if I should be using a pigment liner or not. I'm kind of just making this up as I go. I dug through all my old art supplies from college and just kind of pulled out whatever I could find. I used to hate these things. Mostly because I didn't know how to use them. I mean, if I could just... It's funny because I used most of this stuff in a fine arts class called 2D design. And in 2D design, we were just working with like abstract shapes. And because we were working with abstract shapes, like the geometry was just... It didn't flow like organic structures. Organic structures I can do. But just drawing a perfect circle, a cube, stuff drives me nuts. So anyways, I'm starting to go in with my markers, and it was actually really cool. That wasn't even that dark a marker, but it kind of started bleeding the pigment liner hatching. I just love that. So I was afraid that I'd probably screw this one up like I screwed up the other stuff, like the video with the human forms. But this one I was kind of more happy with. I was trying to make it look like his kind of thigh and crotch piece was kind of more shiny and smooth as compared to the rest of his body. I start drawing flowers. And the guy that's interrupting their tea party is standing on a flower. I like the personality this piece has. I like this one. But, gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.